Review Abigail, a bloody fun vampire flick. Abigail is a 2024 American vampire horror comedy film, directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, from a screenplay written by Stephen Shields and Guy Busick. 6. Based on, and a reimagining of the 1936 Universal classic monsters film Dracula's Daughter. The film follows a group of kidnappers who capture the daughter of a powerful underworld figure and demand $50 million for her release, unaware the young girl is actually a vampire. It stars Alisha Weir as the eponymous daughter of Count Dracula alongside Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, Kathryn Newton, Will Catlett, Kevin Durand, Angus Cloud, and Giancarlo Esposito. Abigail had its world premiere at the Overlook Film Festival on April 7, 2024, and was theatrically released in the United States by Universal Pictures on April 19, 2024. The film received generally positive reviews from critics, and has grossed $17 million worldwide. 6 criminals capture ballet dancer Abigail, the daughter of a powerful underworld figure within New York City, and bring her to a secluded mansion upstate. The group, led by informant Lambert, is told not to disclose any personal information amongst themselves or to Abigail, using only aliases derived from the Rat Pack. The group consists of former Army medic and recovering drug addict Joey, former NYPD detective Frank, wealthy hacker Sammy, sociopathic driver Dean, Marine sniper Rickles, and dim-witted Canadian mob enforcer Peter. After 24 hours, each will receive a $7 million check, so long as Abigail is kept safe. Joey is sent to watch over her and, as they bond, Joey reveals that she has a son. When Joey leaves, Abigail warns her about what will transpire during the night. After Dean unsuccessfully flirts with Sammy, he enters the basement and is dragged away by an unseen assailant. Sammy hears his screams and investigates only to find Dean's headless corpse. Frank confronts Abigail and demands to know who her father is, finding out that Abigail's father is Christoph Laser, a feared crime lord. Peter tries to leave, but the home security system activates and bars them inside. As they look for another way out, Rickles is mauled to death. Frank tells Peter to kill Abigail only for Joey to intervene. During the altercation, Abigail suddenly transforms into a vampire, causing the group to flee in terror. Distressed, the group discusses how to kill Abigail, as bullets do not physically harm her. Frank, Peter, and Sammy find Abigail dancing with Dean's body and use garlic, stakes, and holy crosses, but each prove unsuccessful. They regroup once more, and Joey suggests using a tranquilizer Lambert had given them earlier for the kidnapping. They manage to tranquilize Abigail and lock her in an elevator, though not before she manages to bite Sammy on the arm. Upon awakening, Abigail reveals she knows the kidnappers' identities, and that Lambert set them up for her to kill, because they all wrong Christoph. In turn, Joey deduces Abigail has been killing her father's enemies in an attempt to win his love. They leave Frank in charge of watching her. Abigail easily breaks out of the makeshift cage and starts strangling him. Joey rips wooden planks off a window and exposes Abigail to the sunlight, which turns out to be her only weakness. With only hours left before nightfall, the group splits up to find a way out. However, Sammy suddenly turns into a vampire under Abigail's control, and feeds on Peter before killing him. Abigail then has Sammy attack Frank and Joey, forcing Joey to destroy Sammy with reflected sunlight. Hoping to deactivate the security measures, Joey and Frank find the mansion's control room and run into Lambert, who is revealed as a vampire. Lambert explains he was turned by Abigail for betraying her father, and offers to turn Frank to help him kill Abigail. Frank accepts, but stakes Lambert after he turns and overpowers Abigail before drinking her blood, enhancing his new abilities. He then tells Joey that he intends to turn her into a vampire under his control after biting her. During the fight, Abigail rescues Joey and the two team up, eventually managing to stake the inexperienced Frank. With Frank dead, Joey is freed from the vampire's curse, until Abigail's father shows up and threatens her. Abigail manages to stand up to her father, and reveals that Joey saved her life. He relents and permits Joey to leave. Upon departing the estate to reunite with her son, Joey treats herself to a lollipop. Box office information. As of April 24, 2024, Abigail has grossed $12.9 million in the United States and Canada, and $5 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $17.8 million. In the United States and Canada, Abigail was released alongside the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare and Spy Times Family Code White, and was projected to gross $15 million from 3,384 theaters in its opening weekend. The film made $4 million in its first day, including $1 million from Thursday night previews. It went on to debut at $10.2 million, finishing second at the box office behind holdover Civil War. Okay, be prepared for gore in Abigail. It's not for the faint of heart, but somehow that didn't stop me from being totally into this movie. It's one of those films where you're kind of horrified but also weirdly fascinated. The atmosphere is fantastic. They definitely nailed the whole creepy, isolated mansion thing, which just added to the tension. It constantly had me on edge, always wondering what was going to jump out next. The acting wasn't groundbreaking, but it was good enough to keep me invested. And honestly, the real star of this movie is the little girl who plays Abigail. She's got this unsettling mix of innocence and pure creepiness that works so well for the character. If you're a fan of horror movies that are a little out there, and you don't mind some serious blood and guts, you might just be surprised by how much fun Abigail is.